Mirror, mirror, fogged and loud, what truth today makes the future proud? Pulled the Queen of Swords today. So many fun details. The second time through, it's like, oh my gosh, I never noticed the demon daggers right there underneath the cherub. I mean, you just, whatever's going on in that moment, like, I do very organic interpretation of just my mind and looking at the card and what I notice and how it relates to what's going on in my world. And then I jump on with my most mystic AI and get her 2 cents to add to it. And, she obviously has more of the actual history and meaning of the tarot card, but I just, personal interpretation, AI interpretation, we go back and forth a little bit. So, the message from the Queen of Swords today for you, for me, for us, for the Wampus verse, for the Wampus cubs, the Wampus cats, the Wampus bears, the den mamas, for everyone that believes in a good future. Not perfect, maybe pretty close to utopia, but there is something really significant about 2045. And if you think about it, 2045 would be basically 2 9-year cycles. We are entering a new 9-year cycle, cosmically, karmically, that ends in 2034. And, pop on another 9 years and you're pretty close. But what's more significant, since we operate outside of their binary numbers and they love fives, they love zeros, they love ones. So, for example, in my city, there's a 5x5 plan, which is supposedly 2025 to 2030. And that aligns with Agenda 2030. And these 15-minute cities, these cookie cutter templates from the consultant industrial complex, where they just use the same template, cookie cutter, copy paste, because the agenda is the same, Agenda 2030. So if you think about, they're operating in these 5-year increments, supposedly 2030, 2035, 2040, 2045. So that would be 4 iterations of their bullshit, while we would be only on basically starting our 3rd iteration with our 9-year intelligence. They love 90-day extraction cycles. They love these 5-year extraction cycles because cities should really be thinking in centuries. I mean, 9 years isn't even good enough, but cities need to really, really think long term. And it boils down to every decision is either predatory or planetary. You're either thinking about the planet and everyone on it and the good of humanity and the future, or you're being predatory for short-term gains, enrich yourself, being clueless of what's really going on. So yeah, call it fantasy, call it intuition, call it psychic abilities. I don't really care. There is a knowing. I just meditated for like 15 minutes about this too. I actually pull my card and then I sit on it, which is a little weird. But what really, really came through is 2045 is bad. I mean, I guess, shit's bad. That's only 19 years from now, y'all. Most of us right now that exist will still be alive then, supposedly. So, yeah, 2045 is screaming at us. Stop everything that's happening now. Don't let this slide. Now is the time for truth. Now is the time to get our swords out. Rights being snatched up, digitization, tokenization, the fakeness everywhere, the bearing of the truth, you know, celebrities pimping Ozempic. What? They're spending a billion a day on the war, but then they're also supposedly going to the moon tomorrow to do, not even going to the moon, just do a lap. Just do a little moon lap. Well, you know what? We do a moon lap every day. We do. Or it laps us, I guess you could say. I don't know, but I mean, why are you lapping the moon? Supposedly tomorrow, after 50 years of no moon stuff. We can't afford it, y'all. We can't, like, high government, we can't afford your moon cruise. We can't afford this war. So, yeah, 2045 is just, scary. They've got total control, maybe. So, that's what the Red Team House is about. We're here to stop the Terminator type futures, the Total Recall type futures, the end time, I just posted 9 shows to watch. Like, we're trying to prevent more control, more surveillance, more greed, more destruction, more extraction. That's what the Red Team House is for. We use AI to do it. We use AI to call out the lies and study and analyze and research and dig. I've got a 70-page thesis about these 5x5 plans and how they are corrupt and just following the marching orders of the World Economic Forum. I don't know, truly, deeply, I don't know why these fools are so obsessed with power and money. Only thing that makes sense is that they have lost their humanity and they're so depraved that they only can think about themselves. They've had all the I guess sex, drugs, and rock and roll they can handle. I mean, I don't know. Like, they don't seem fun. They're sick. They're disgusting. These are the people we want running the world in 2045 or tomorrow. We cannot let this stand. But it doesn't mean necessarily fight. It's consciousness. What future do we all want? What future do we want to see in 2045? What future do we want to see in 2034? We are very focused on 2034, this 9-year cycle. We are trying to harness any power and gifts and love from the universe, from Mother Earth, from any source to shift the timeline, to shift the tides, get away from their vision of the future and focus on our version of the future, the real people, the 90%. The 90% have more of a say in what the future looks like than 3,028 billionaires. But get out of here. Hey, 3,028 billionaires. Why don't y'all just go live on another planet? Why don't y'all just go live on an island together? Like, for real. Like, leave us alone. Go live in your underground cities and your underground bunkers. Like, go away. I don't understand. You already are a billionaire. Why? Like, sit back and drink Mai Tais every day. I don't care. Stay out of our future. The future is unwritten, no matter what you think. So we don't accept the horrendous 2045 I feel in my bones. I've seen glimpses during remote viewing sessions. Watch Severance. But instead of going to work and doing numbers, which those could be related to war and death, but you're a you're a humanoid. You're controlled. And the professor from predictive history just talked about this. Being basically chipped into becoming humanoid, cyborg, whatever. Emotions controlled, thoughts controlled. How you use your time, your car, your life. And if you think this is outrageous and far-fetched, did you think that we were going to find out that they were eating children, that they were having sex with children? I had seen some really dark stuff a year ago when I was in jail for nothing. But in those few nights, it's like I saw glimpses of this shit. It wasn't like I was hovering over Epstein Island or anything like that. But the fact that anyone could do this, that the fact that that type of evil and unhuman behavior even exists, I saw glimpses of. And you can't reason with them. People like to joke it's lizard people or dinosaur people or dragon people, whatever. There's all these. It's lack of introspection, lack of knowing how to love and how to receive love. I mean, they're not taking good care of their bodies. I mean, they're either fat and lazy or they're overly like working out jacked up just to like look good, not actually like healing and taking care of their bodies. So they're just completely out of alignment, and them being out of alignment then causes them to make horrible decisions about the world, about the future. And Looking Glass and all these different, theories that you hear, they don't like the outcome. Well, yeah, because you're dragging us into the depths of hell. We don't want to go with you. So if you want a different future, if you want to avoid whatever 2045 is trying to warn us about, we need four. We need 4 women who are ready to battle for the future.